So when an actor comes along and says, well, no, I said yes to wearing a mask, so it's going to be hot. I'll put it on me, right? Apparently, that's exceptional in the showbiz, and they'll remember you. So I started getting referrals as the tall, skinny, goofy guy who moves well and doesn't complain of the makeup. So that referral process from within the creature effects makeup designer industry, that's where my career happened, really. That's where the breaks came from, and so because of that, I started doing one little job after another, and it was 1997, I got a phone call one afternoon saying, "Are you free for a night shoot tonight?" And most actors are always unemployed, so I'm like, "Yep, I'm free." So so I ended up downtown Los Angeles on top of a roof, or on a rooftop of an old brick building, leaning over the edge of this building in a bug costume with rain getting pelted on me from a fake machine, and it was the movie Mimic. Right? Right. I was one of the Long John bugs in that. And so I worked only 3 days on the movie, but the director of that film, on day 2 of my 3 days of work, sat across the table from me at lunch. He sat down, big roly-poly rotund man, and he said, "So, tell me everything you've been in before." Guillermo del Toro. So that was the start of a beautiful relationship. We had a lovely talk that day. I listed off all the work I'd done to that point. That was '97, so I'd done Hocus Pocus by then. Oh, I love Billy. Yeah, what a fun movie that's turned out to be year after year after year. Thanks for growing up with that, by the way. And I'd done Batman Returns by then, where I played the thin clown. Danny DeVito clapped me in that video there. And a whole bunch. So Guillermo del Toro knew every makeup artist that I had worked with. And was like, "Oh, I love his work. Is he a nice guy?" Yeah. So we were connecting on this creature, monster, creepy crawly level. And it's like, is he the director of Mimic, or is he a fanboy who snuck in here? Which is why we all love him so much. He is truly a fanboy, and he understands what fans want because he is one, right? So that's why he makes such great movies that give us all a geekgasm, as he calls them. I'm sorry if there's kids in the audience. Oh, there are. Oh. So after Mimic, that's '97. So 5 years goes by, and I lost touch with him. At the end of our lunchtime together, he said, "Do you have a card on you?" And I said, "Yeah, I did. I had a card that it had a drawing of me on it that I did myself, and it was kind of a line drawing me doing this. My phone number is somewhere close to the mouth." He goes, "Oh, that's great." And he put it in his wallet, and yeah. So then, so now 1999 happened. I did the Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode. Gentlemen, tearing hearts out and smiling while doing so. That's terrifying to watch. I creeped myself out in that. But getting to work with Joss Whedon was just dreamy. We're working with a lot of brains and a lot of really smart, artistic visionaries out there. I've been very blessed. Joss Whedon, one of them. Anywho, then also, gosh, what else happened to me? I was in Monkey Bone. Anybody see Monkey Bone? With Brendan Fraser, I was the Yeti in that, because he falls into a coma and goes off into like fantasy land. And The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Anybody? Right? Thank you for seeing these movies. In Rocky and Bullwinkle, I was an FBI agent who got turned into a carrot. So I was a vegetable. Yeah. So I know. Honey! Daniel, okay, and then 2001, I was in The Time Machine with Guy Pearce. I was the lead Spy Morlock in that. The list goes on, and the jobs kept coming, but I was kind of under the radar, celebrity-wise. Nobody knew who I was, and so that was fine and dandy. 2002 happens, and I get another one of those crazy phone calls. Hey Doug, it's Steve Wang calling. Steve Wang, creature makeup designer extraordinaire, whom I had worked with many times. He said, hey, a few of us from a creature shop are out to dinner with a director who says he knows you, and we're working on a movie designing a character that's perfect for you. Do you want to talk about it tomorrow and come and meet us? I'm like, sure, I'd be happy to. Okay, what had happened earlier that day? That same day, this creature shop had designed a maquette, which is a scaled down version of what a creature is. It's a sculpture of a creature design. And it was for a particular movie, and the director of that movie was coming in to approve this design. And, well, what this design was Abe Sapien from the first Hellboy movie. The director was Guillermo del Toro, whom I had not seen in 5 years, since Mimic, right? So he walks into the room, they unveil this sculpture of what Abe Sapien would look like to him, and here's the true story. He fell to his knees in front of everybody, and he said, "You are so beautiful. And I am so fat." Kind of great quote. Yeah, because he loves long, thin creatures, bless his heart. And so with that conversation came, the perfect person to play this is Doug Jones. And everybody at the shop knew me. And so Guillermo del Toro said, "Doug Jones, wait, I know Doug Jones." And he pulled my card out of his wallet 5 years later. I know. So that was crazy. So that's why I got the phone call, and Hellboy 1 happened for me and changed my life a little bit. I became a little blue speck on the celebrity radar from that. And there's Abe Sapien sitting right here in the audience. Yeah! Along with Hellboy and this sermon. Yeah, they all came today. So that Hellboy 1 was the movie that cemented my relationship with Guillermo as a director, actor, and we found our rhythm and our unspoken language. We don't have to say much before we understand each other. That's a real gift when an actor can find a director that gets him like he gets me. Guillermo del Toro gets everybody. He meets you, he sums you up within minutes, and he knows exactly what buttons to push to motivate you. He's a genius. Right? So then after Hellboy 1, I did a silly movie called The Benchwarmers. Anybody? Yeah. I played the robot in that. I was the robot butler named Number 7. Lunch is on the way, Mr. Carmichael. John Lovitz was my boss. Yes. And so, I'm playing a butler right now. I'm doing a movie in Louisville, Kentucky right now, and I came here just today to do this convention with you people. I'm playing a butler, a human butler now, and my boss lady is Raquel Welch. Hello! Right? 75 and looks amazing! Yeah. So anyway, it's a Hallmark Channel movie that'll be airing sometime. So not my usual thing, right? I know. I'm loving it. Nobody dies, no blood, no car chases, no explosions, no zombie apocalypse, no aliens. It's just people having issues. And they work them out. I'm in heaven. I am. So anyway, okay, that was a side note. See, I told you. I told Crash you gotta reel me in sometimes, okay?